I'm Scott, and this is my YouTube channel, Outback Jerky. I own a small factory in Welshpool, Western Australia, where we make beef jerky and pork crackle. We supply a number of different stores around, including BWS stores, which is beer, wine and spirits in Western Australia, IGAs, lots of markets, online, yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And my favourite thing that I love to do is travel around to all the country shows on the weekends. Absolutely love it. We jump in the bus, which I'm converting into a motorhome, and we go to the country shows, and that's the highlight of my week. Not so much the factory anymore, because I'm getting a bit tired. You know, it's been a lot of years, but I love getting out to the shows. I love talking to everyone. I love hanging out. So today, I'm packing away because tomorrow, as early as possible, which knowing me won't be early because I'm always running late, I'm off to a place called Mora, which is north of Perth. So it'll take me quite a few hours to get up there. And we have the agricultural show on up there on Saturday. And then when that winds down on Saturday evening, I'm going to pack up and I'm going to head east to Coolgardie, which is near Kalgoorlie. If anyone knows it or doesn't know it, you can look it up on the map. And Coolgardie, they're closing the main street and having a massive street festival. I've been told this event is huge. And after heading up to Kalgoorlie earlier in the year for the Kalgoorlie Fair, which was unbelievable, just so many people, very well organised. I love that direction. So I'm going to head up there, do the show, and I'll probably come back on Monday by the look of it. So I will continue packing a bit more stuff, getting ready, and soon I'm going to head home, have some dinner, get me clothes ready, because I'll be back nice and early in the morning. So let's grab some more stock, fill up these tubs, and get sorted out. I've got so much to do. I'm doing it in my office today. It's a bit cold. It's been raining off and on all week, but the weather's coming good now, and it's going to be good for the weekend. So let's get a bit more stuff here. A few more. The guys are inside. They're working late as well. Been really short-staffed. It's just been hard. It's hard to get people. I don't know what it is, but people complain that there's too many migrants here. But to be honest, who's going to fill all the jobs if they're not here? I'm not really one for getting Uber delivered, but nearly every Uber delivery is a migrant, or Uber driver's a migrant. So who's going to do all that? There's just not enough people to fill the jobs going around, I think. But that's not my thing to solve. My thing to solve is getting a good quality beef jerky and pork crackle. Getting out to the shows, meeting people. Oh, I absolutely love it. Last weekend I was at Northam. Then the weekend before that, Chapman Valley. Oh, Chapman Valley, I love that. That's massive, that one. That show is so big. Like, it was pouring down with rain, mud everywhere, and just everyone turned out for the show. You know, it was great. And then going back a few days before that, I was at Newdigate, which is near Lake Grace. So from Perth, it's kind of heading towards the Esperance direction. And a few days before that, I was back up near Geraldton again. I was at Mullewa for their annual show as well, which was another great one. Absolutely love it. But at the moment, we've got a few personal things going on as well. My wife's mother is very ill, and she's had to have some major surgery yesterday. So it's been a lot of pressure on us because my wife's been overseas visiting with her mum and stuff. and she was due back yesterday, but at the last minute we had to change the tickets for her and the baby because the mum was going into surgery. We didn't know what day actually, we just knew that it was coming soon, and my wife gave blood, her brother gave blood ready in case the mum needed it. And you know, it was very expensive as well. We sent all of our money, every cent we had, because in China, so my wife's Chinese, if you didn't already know from some of our previous videos, in China the health system's not free. It is subsidised, but you still have to pay something. And unfortunately for us, the bill was 100,000 Chinese, which is around 20,000 Australian, but didn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. I would have borrowed the money from somewhere if we couldn't scrape it together, but we managed to scrape it together. We borrowed money from our babies fund and stuff like that, and just got everything we could together. And yesterday the operation was done, and it is successful. My wife hasn't been able to see her mum yet because they don't allow you to see them for 3 days. They're quite strict in China with the family visiting after major surgery like that. So it was a triple heart bypass. If she wouldn't have had it, it wasn't looking good. So we're very grateful that she decided to have it. There was the, people will be familiar with feng shui, and she's very traditional, my wife's mother, and her feng shui person said don't have the operation. And oh my God, when I heard that, I was so upset and so angry. I didn't eat for nearly 2 days because I was like fuming about it, because knowing what the outcome would be, that her mum, her condition would just worsen until I guess she'd die. I knew it was so important for this operation to be done, and for somebody to be putting it on with superstition, saying, oh, you don't need it done. Feng Shui says you'll be okay, you don't need it done. That's just crazy. It had to be done, and I'm glad it's been done. So it's just been a really tough time this last 2 weeks, and I was looking so forward to my wife and baby coming back, you know, and now they're going to be away till towards the end of November, so that makes it hard. I just try and focus on work, and I miss them terribly. And you know, the baby, every day, like I video every day, but every day she's just changing so much. She's learning so much. She's doing this, she's doing that, she's playing with her sisters. I feel like I'm missing it all. You know, I'm just seeing it on video. But what can we do? You know, it's small business. A lot of you guys out there that are watching the channel, you've been in small business, or you're in small business, or you work for a small business. You know what it's like. You know, it's the real people story. You know, we're all people, we're all the same. We're all just trying to make a good life for our families and enjoy our lives. So you can relate to it. But the channel's going to be a little bit of a mix-up coming forward. I haven't been posting very often, which has been a bit of a disappointment for some of the viewers that were starting to get into the videos, and I'm really sorry. There's just been so much happening here at the factory, trying to keep things running smoothly. I've had no staff, I've had no money. It's been really tough. You know, we've really struggled as a family this last 6 months. Really, we just haven't had a lot of money. The business is up and down. We make a good product and it sells well, but if we can't make enough, then what can we do? If we can't make it, we can't sell it. If we can't sell it, we can't make money to survive. You know, and there was other things as well. You know, the pricing, I had the pricing wrong. We were spending too much money on advertising, which was eating into it. Just lots of things. You know, our product does sell okay without advertising, but the ads are there as a reminder for people. You know, it reminds them that we're there, reminds them about the products. Because sometimes some people forget, or it happens too. They just go, oh, where did I get that product from? Where was it? And then the ad reminds them. reminds them, you know, they might be looking for pork crumbs. Oh, where did I buy them pork crumbs from? And next thing they see one of our ads, and they go, that's right, it was from Outback Jerky. And then they order, you know, and we appreciate all the customers' orders. I do struggle with the customer service from time to time, because if I'm in the factory or I'm doing something, the phone in the office isn't getting answered, and that can be tough because people call it. But I get a lot of, as you all know it, I get so many scam calls every day. People trying to sell me websites or this or that, or or the old your visa's about to expire. Well, I'm an Australian, I don't have a visa. But you know, everyone gets these scam calls. You know what they're like, or the Apple Mac computer that you just ordered from Amazon, and then you say, oh, I didn't order one from Amazon, and they say, oh, we'll process your refund. Well, I don't even use Amazon to buy. So they're just scams, and I get so many calls like that every day, and I think it's probably because the phone numbers are all on the internet and stuff, and it does get tough, because real customers, when they call and I hear the phone and I'm at the end of the warehouse or something, and I don't run anymore to grab the phone when I used to, because it ends up being one of them calls, and I'm probably missing legitimate calls. So I really need to find a way to handle the phone calls better, because it's a problem. You know, I'm evolving, and I'm making the business better, and I'm learning. You know, I've been doing this business a long time. Around 2006, 2007, I started it, and I'm still evolving. I'm still learning every day. And I come up with new things and challenges, and there's lots of challenges. Stuff's always going wrong. Things are always breaking. It's just one thing after another sometimes, but I soldier on because I love what I do, and that's what counts. You know, you've got to do what you love. And I hope that my videos can encourage some of you out there to do what you want to do. You know, I was, for a long time, my redundancy offers that were coming up, and I was like, do I take a chance on my business or don't I? Because I had a very good job. I was earning really good money, and I thought about it for quite some time. Well, a few years actually, and I started building towards getting into the business full time. And then when the redundancies actually did come up, I put my hand up and I said, I'd love to go, because I didn't want to get older and then look back at life and say, I wish I would have had a go. I wish I would have tried. I thought, I'm going to try, because I could always go back to my career if I wanted to. So I thought, I'll have a crack. I'll see how I go. I'll either stand up and succeed, or I'll fall flat on my face. Well, so far, since I've been in the business full time, which is since 2016, I haven't really stood up and succeeded, but I haven't fell on my face. I'm kind of in the middle, and I've been in the middle a long time. And COVID played a big part in that, because we were just starting to grow and things were going good, and then COVID really set us back a lot, and we've only really recovered from that maybe last year. The end of last year, we started to get over the effects of COVID and the money I had to borrow to keep the business alive. You know, I couldn't survive. We were getting 2 boxes of meat, and what could I do with 2 boxes of meat? By the time I turned that into product and sold it, that wouldn't even cover the electricity for the week. So it was really tough. You know, I got really far behind. The mortgage, oh, you know, I still haven't caught up on the mortgage. The mortgage is still hugely behind. And ANZ have been fairly good. They've cut me some slack, but they want the money, you know. Like a lot of you guys, we just struggle on and trying to make a difference. Anyway, my phone is probably going to go flat. So what I might do is I might wrap this up, and I will try and do regular videos, maybe daily or weekly, let you know what's happening in the business. I want to show you the struggles, show you what I get up to. Actually, I might probably film a bit tomorrow when I head off to the shows, get a little bit of footage. Everyone loves when I fuel up the bus, because it's always expensive, but it's a mobile home. You know, it's has everything I need in there to live on the road and go do the shows, so that's what counts. Anyway, have a good night, and I'll probably see you tomorrow.